Hey guys, today I'm reviewing F Sharp A Sharp Infinity by Godspeed You Black Emperor. F Sharp A Sharp Infinity is their debut album that came out in 1997. The thing about it though is that there's two versions. There's the original version on vinyl, which is like 36 minutes, and then there's a version that released a year later, which is like an hour and 6 minutes. That's a substantial amount of more music. In today's review, I'm going to be reviewing both of them, and then at the end, I'm going to be saying which one I like better. The thing with F Sharp, A Sharp Infinity is online. It's contested. I don't know. The general consensus is Lift Your Skinny Fist is better, but a lot of people also think this is better. Is it? I don't know. We'll see. I mean, so just for the record, this is the CD version, and then this is the vinyl version. Right, so the vinyl version came out first, so I'm going to be talking about that one first, and then I'll be talking about the CD version. A lot of stuff I say about the vinyl version carries on to the CD. Overall, they have very similar aesthetics and a lot of the same elements, like literally the same music is in both. CD just expands upon it a lot. All right, so F Sharp, A Sharp, Infinity, vinyl original release edition. I fucking love this shit. This is really good. Throughout the entire album, it's constantly dreary. It's fucking depressing. The constant reminder of just fucking fear, running, and just the idea of like, I need to run from this because my life depends on it. A lot of the big moments on this album instantly make me think of that, and it's amazing. I really like this short version because I like short post rock in general because the buildups aren't as long, but at the same time this works for F Sharp, A Sharp, Infinity original because a lot of the buildups, they're not as grand as like Lift Your Skinny Fist. I think that's on purpose though, because this one isn't like supposed to spark humanity and inspiration. This one is the downfall of humanity, and they want you to know. I think the whole album does an excellent job of carrying this mood from the very beginning to the very end, and I really like the atmosphere of the whole album. From start to finish, I don't feel like it differs from it too much, even though there's the one part halfway through where the guy's like, what is my purpose? And it seems a bit off, but I think it fits the theme and kind of despair that goes throughout the whole album. And overall, I just think it's really fantastic. From start to finish, it doesn't waste your time, with also making the short, more quiet sections feel not dragged out. They feel like they serve a purpose, and also just make the bigger, more fearful sections even better. I really don't find much fault in this. There's something missing for me. I can't really tell you what it is. I just think some of the sections, I feel like, oh, well, you could have cut that, or it's a tiny bit boring here, but it's not to the point where I feel like makes it bad. So for those reasons, I'm gonna have to give F Sharp, A Sharp, Infinity, the vinyl original release, 9 out of 10. I think it's a really good album. Now, the CD release. The CD release is the one all of you probably know. The CD release is the one that's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's, all streaming services. So, is this one better than the vinyl? I mean, it's way longer. So that's a first thing. And a lot of people online say, well, since it's longer, it helps build the atmosphere better and just makes you lost in the droniness. Okay. Personally, I think that's to its detriment. I don't think this needed extra time. I think the original really cut it down to a T where it doesn't get too boring, but it still gives you that message and sense of dread in between these longer, louder sections. There's moments during this album, this version of the album, where I find myself bored and I'm like, okay, when's the next thing coming? Especially during the end, because I really have an issue with the end. I hate when fucking albums add silence. It really doesn't matter if it's like a minute or two at the most. Like you're pushing it at 2. Straight up, the last track, we have this kind of fade out, and then 4 minutes of silence. And then the intro comes back, and it's this grand, amazing outro. And I do like the final moments of this album more than the original. However, those 4 minutes of silence kill it for me, because I feel like they're pointless. I don't understand why they're there. Maybe you can tell me why they're there. I really don't understand, and I think it just takes away from the album. And besides that, there's just other parts that I find boring or I feel like drag out for a bit too long. But besides that, it's very similar to the original. This despair, this depression, this fear that runs through the whole album that really sucks you in and builds with the atmosphere. And I absolutely love it. Despite what I said, I still enjoy this album. I still listen to it Oh, I listened to it a fuck ton of times for this review, and I really do like it. I just feel like it loses to the original. So for that reason, I want to give F sharp A sharp Infinity CD, or the version you know, a 8 out of 10. So I guess that ends that debate, because my opinion, of course, is right? In actuality, let me know which version you like more. Let me know if you like this more than Lift Your Skinny Fists. Obviously, I like the original vinyl version more, but you let me know. And thank you for watching. I open my wallet, and it's full of blood.